coming at you. Little YDBT daily. Today I made everything. No, super chats are open. Super stickers are open. The only time I'm not going to do that is when it's peasant stuff Sunday. I'm gonna keep to that. I'm probably gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have Monday and Fridays off. I might do some stuff on IG once in a while. Who the hell knows what's gonna happen with that? So, as always, I like to say hi to the people that are in the house before they get mad that I didn't mention the name. Pierre Ryan, 2000 MCR. Ryan Rodriguez. I already got Ryan Rodriguez twice. No, yeah, we got Ryan Rodriguez twice. Clip Clop F150 S550. Turbo FWMC. 1080 Allen. Dynamite. Angel Jovel. Jonathan Felix. ISD Irishman. We got Wings 65288. Fresh Pasteles. I like that. John, Pat the One. We don't have JD Swag. I thought JD Swag was in here. No JD Swag. S550 ED. We got Great Troholio, Scott, and Carlos Tavar. 2-bar PSI. Canelo clip for the win. Let's get some Canelo clip right in there. What the hell? Why the fuck not? Where is Canelo clip? Canelo clip. Canelo clip. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right there.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
So let's really quick get right into the Rimac stuff. I wanted to get into the Rimac stuff because of the Rimac, or I don't know what they call it, Rimac. I think I heard the guy pronounce it once or twice, and he had a kind of odd way of pronouncing it, but obviously it's, I don't know if it's French or I have no idea what that car is. But let's get right to the Rimac versus the Plaid. Drag Time, shout out to Drag Times. Please don't do a copyright thing on this. They went out there and drag raced the Rimac versus the Plaid. One of his buddies was racing the Plaid. Obviously, staging is an issue for the Plaid because it takes a long time to set up for the optimal drag mode. But the Rimac is like an 8.6 car average, and the Plaid is like a 9.2, 9.3 car average. So this is the difference between, that kind of speed. You could tell that the cars are struggling for traction in the first 60 because they're kind of even, and then the Rimac just does its thing. Now, somebody said that's not that big of a difference. And I'm like, I don't know what planet you live on. This is like 5 cars? Like, it's dumb. And someone was like, well, it's not that. If it's $1 million, this is $100,000. I'm like, guys, once traction was optimized, it wasn't even a race. So that's about a 4 or 5 car gap, and the Rimac is a 8.6. I think it's 8.6 on that. Hopefully they have a shot of see how fast they're going. Try not to play his whole thing because this is his shit. Oh my god! Oh, dude. It's totally different level stuff. Like, just totally different level stuff. Shout out to Drag Times, who, boy, what great access that dude has. What insanely great access that guy has with the newer stuff, the McLarens he owns. He owns a Ford GT. I think he still owns a Ford GT. I'm not 100%. He owns an 8-second McLaren. The guy is in Boca, I think, of the Boca area. The guy's loaded apparently and has access to cool stuff. So that was a lot. That was a gap. Now a lot of people are like, it's only 4 car lengths, so you're gonna have a car that costs $1 million versus $100,000, and it only beats it by 4 cars, guys. It's not only lighter, but it's just technologically way more advanced. But yeah, the Plaid is gonna be faster than everybody, like faster than most people can build cars. So you're going to be like, well, what do I do? Do I, if you can afford a Tesla, well, is it going to be fun? We were talking about that the other day. Me and Jake were talking about that. Is it going to be fun? No. Is it going to be fast? Yes. Is beating people fun? Yes. Will you have fun in that car if you're not racing people? No. But it is fast. It is legit fast. But the Rimac, once you step into electric car territory, I think then what? What do? Do you then start whittling it down by price? Because let's say no electric car is allowed like in a cash days. All right, let's say there's a cash days, no prep, asphalt road, and a EV shows up. You're going to go, well, no EVs allowed because they have an unfair advantage due to the traction control system. So no EVs allowed. So what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, EVs under $250,000 can enter this cash days. EVs $1 million and up can enter. I mean, you're good. And then you're going to start comparing my $100,000 EV versus this guy's $1 million EV. I'm sorry. The guy with the big balls and the big money has a faster car. So then you're going to start playing that game. Well, if I could afford a Rimac. That's literally how it works. The guy with the big dough gets to beat you. And some people get mad at that. Some people start quantifying or qualifying what their car can do based on their affordability, right? So I also wanted, because a lot of shit happens during the day, right? A lot of shit happens during the day. And seeing this Rimac just destroy the Plaid, and the guy said it's only 4 cars, it's really more like 5 or 6, and it was pulling away so fast. It wasn't even funny. Clip Clop the Horse says cash days, ICE engines only. Imagine that's what it's going to get to when someone like the cheat code, the dude cheat code, forget his, Chad. His name is Chad. So if you go out there to a drag race, they're going to say you can't compete. And they're going to say, why? Well, you have an unfair advantage. This car runs 9.3, 9.4 on the street. Whereas a lot of the cars here probably can't even do that, especially if it's an unprep road. Now, there are some cars that legit go like in the 5s on a semi-prep road. I see a lot of the KC car, Kansas City races and cash days. And people like Usan, people like Coyote, Cuban Coyote, people like, what's his name, 661, right? They're going to be really competitive on the street because the cars work on the street. So unless you go to a prep road, you're not really going to have a shot against the Tesla. But the Rimac, I don't think you'll have a shot anywhere. Like if it does that, let's say they get drag radials on it, because both of those cars were on street tires. Let's say they get drag radials on it and raise up the allowable torque transfer to the wheels, because supposedly the Rimac has 1900 wheel. Like, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Someone says you can't compare ICE to EV. EV guys play with themselves. That's how, and Built 2JZ Lexus says that's how it works with gas engines too. People with more money are normally always faster. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't own a Tesla Plaid Model S and say, well, of course the Rimac is faster. It's $1 million. It's like me saying, well, of course John Lund Sr. is faster. He has twin turbos, a better motor, and a better chassis than my Fairmont or my GT500. That's duh. No shit. That's how it works. The people that have more money can afford better things. So there's nothing to complain about. Someone said, what's your opinion on Beater Bomb? Beater Bomb's car is an old school dude. He's been around for a while. I don't know much about him, so I can't speak on him, but is he the one that had that suspension travel in the front end be like a Baja truck? I mean, it was ridiculous the amount of travel that car had on one of the races where I think he lost to a Firebird. And the travel he had on the shocks, that's how far street racers go with their shit. There are no rules. The rules is win. There's no cubic inch rule. They do small tire versus unlimited or whatever. But if you're street racing, and it's run what you brung, that guy has some pretty trick stuff to be able to extend the car, the shock strut that much to be able to actually transfer some of the stuff to the rear wheels. It's impressive as hell. Can they compete in the 115-degree weather, 23,300 above sea level? Says Jonathan Felix. Abso-freaking-lutely. What's that old saying? How fast do you want to spend? Hey, I've never heard that. That's actually the first time I've heard that. Someone said Plaid is more 155, 156 trap. The other one was like 168. Let me see what did it trap. Sorry, headphone users. Sorry. Let's see if they have a. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is a good shot. And gone. 145 60 foot for the Rimac. 151, impressive for the Plaid, but I think it's just traction limited based on their tires. 166. Oh my lord. 864 at 166. 931, 151, 15 miles an hour, 15.1 miles an hour. quicker. I mean, guys, different level shit, cool shit. Unreal, unreal, unreal. What type do you think applied is outside of drag mode? Probably in the 150s also. It's about the 60 foot, right? I think it's the 60 foot that dictates the low ET when they go into that drag mode. When you just floor it, it's like a 9495 car, maybe mid 9-second car, and it still traps 150 according to everything I've seen. Is it worth getting a Lund tune for a stock 2021 GT performance package? Coyote, I'm in a cult. Good name. Look, that's up to you, right? The 2021 file should be, again, it's early. And because Ford is giving us and you less and less access because the government tells them to lock the computers up because they don't want people getting in them, you're going to see a delay in the good stuff. Look, let's be honest. 2015 to 17 Auto Mustang, the calibration wasn't super king daddy up until about 2018, 2019. I remember 2018, 2019, all of a sudden, super fast 6R80 cars started showing up. They were quick. They were fast, somewhere in the 7s, but they were smoking transmissions. Converter lockup schedule was a pain in the ass. The drivability was a pain in the ass. And all of a sudden, in about 2017, 2018, the 6R80 file, yes, it drove okay. And you guys probably wouldn't have known a difference until you see the new good stuff. And you're like, oh, shit. Like, so if you have a super old file, no, you don't need an update. Stop it. Because you won't feel it. But us calibrators can go, well, we have access to many more things because the file became, way more robust. Absolutely. Beaterbomb got a crazy travel and the weight bar out the back. How do you thumbs down in the first 5 minutes? Someone wakes up hating. So Billy Harrison, today specifically, I found out people follow me just to hate on you because a post showed up that was 100%, some cables were crossed. Someone thought I was talking about somebody when I purely wasn't. In our ticket system, we have so many things happen that we talk about it internally and then we pop off a little bit on our Facebook group and talk shit. Someone must have screenshotted something and said, he's talking about Homeboy. And I'm like, I talk about NA guys my whole fucking career. If you guys go back 3 or 4 years, I talk shit on NA guys. Bondobird is an NA guy. You don't get up in his feels. But it was funny seeing, I watched the people because I talked to the publisher and I said, hey, you got it mixed up, man. I would hope that you and I were tight enough that we were, eye to eye on things, hashed it out like men, like fucking men, like legit hashed it out. All good. Then I did do a good thing though. I made sure I saw who was the motherfuckers in there hating and they all follow me. So I'm like, oh, that's how it works, which I understand. I guarantee some members are haters because they want to see if I'm saying something in the member videos that I'm not saying in the public stuff just to get dirt on you. But I'm really careful with my words and what I type and what I post. If I'm going to talk shit about anyone, I will publicly call them out. If you guys assume shit, that's on you. That's not a problem. You can assume all you want. But seeing the guys in there that were hating, after that, I was like, okay, so I know you're a hater, and that's okay. That's okay. I understand. Like, I don't follow anyone to hate on them. That's so weird to me. Like, I don't care if someone's talking shit about me, let them talk shit about me. Who gives a shit? But people literally follow me to hate on me, which is great because those guys spread my stuff more than anything else, and it actually grows. Good morning. It says Alex Alcazar. People get too offended in Mike's garage. No, it was a simple miscommunication. Very small. I mean, and then I'm like, dude, we're tight. I thought we were fucking tight. And he's like, yeah, we are tight. I'm like, so, Joe, call me. We got each other's number. Boom. Squat. Like men. Don't have to respond. Because the last thing you do is feed the fire, right? If there's something that you know is out there that's false, you don't feed the fire. But the people love to feed the fire because I get it. You guys want to see drama. You're bored at work. You want to see drama. I understand it. You want to sit down on the toilet and read that 800 comment thread and go, yeah, fuck it. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you that because it's just nothing there. Love you. How can you hate from the outside of the club? That's a good one. Hate is almost jealous. He got it. Time to step into Aldo Weld's Coyote, take down all these EVs for a fraction of the price. That's not a bad idea. Look, Manuel Gomez builds badass stuff. Aldo builds badass stuff. So if you guys want to get into a truck or a S550 and go way into the 8s, into the 7s, the recipe is already done. The cookbook has already been written. It's done. So reinventing, I have a guy right now on my ticket system, seems like a good guy. He goes, do you guys tune custom turbo kits? And I said, it depends. And he goes, what does that mean? I go, it depends on 1, your ability, 2, where the MAF is located, 3, where the O2s are located, and 4, what the piping is going to look like in hot side, and because of back pressure. So he's like, well, I'll lay it out for you, and you tell me where you want the MAF, you tell me where you want the O2s. I'm like, there you. Because my job is to make your car run the best possible, and there are certain things not to do when you're building your own turbo kit that we prefer. That's all. We just prefer. I have 3 or 4 guys that have totally custom turbo kits, and I didn't even see pictures. I just know that their skill is good, and I know that they know where the MAF has to go. And like Jake, Aldo, all those guys, and they just tune beautifully. It's nice. 508 Josh gave me $20. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Alex, seen your comments about NA 956. I mean, people were tagging me in stuff that I have nothing to do with. I'm like, why are you tagging me? Like, why don't you tag me in super fast Camaro posts? Like, why don't you tag me in super fast rotary posts? I don't have anything to do with NA stuff. You know this, guys. You know this. Like Rami Zaidan, he's a customer and a friend. Customer and a friend. So when one of his customers goes good with basic shit, I'm going to shout it out. I'm definitely going to shout it out. But if someone's out there going fast that I don't, it doesn't come across my wavelength, I'm like, what? Why are you tagging me in NA stuff? Why are you tagging me in NA stuff? It's crazy. Weather getting any better, Alex? Joey G, it is hot, but you see the sun? That's a good sign. It's been 3 or 4 days straight with the sun out, but by the time I'm done doing the show, the gym, it's 7 or 8 o'clock. I don't have time to do any video stuff. Today, I'm going to replace the alternator on the GT500 after the gym, hopefully get that voltage situation figured out, and then see if I can drop the trans in that garage. I'm going to get some maybe quick jacks or race ramps and drop the trans, or at least take the cross member off, lower the trans, and see if the quick what do you call it? Quick connect or the push pull line. Forget what it's called. Oh my God. Push lock line is just broken or kinked, and then replace it with maybe a high temp deal, or relocate the trans overflow into the engine bay and have it suck back in when it needs it. So if I could do that, GT500 ready to race and mess around. I just haven't had any time. What's up, Alex? Dakota got me on a spicy 21 degrees, and this thing is moving. Ain't that some shit, Nick? I hope the somewhat stalling issue was fixed. Pulling the timing cover as I listen to fix my shit. Love you, Matt 2011 GT. Love you, love you, love you. I have a ported throttle body, ported Egan, ported heads, and ported intake. Anybody that gets offended needs to grow up. I think instead of buying another build too, Valve, I can put together a 3-2-1 combo for just a bit more. It's just much better for the future, and later maybe add a Whipple, and then the weight is less. Got it. Understood. I'll tag you in my Camaro post if you want. Same as NA garbage. Samuel Day. That's what I mean. Like, I don't get tagged in DSM posts. I don't get tagged in all that stuff. But all of a sudden, people tag me in stuff, and I'm like, I love you, but why am I being tagged in this? So the best thing to do is not comment, right? But then when 15 people tag you, what do? You know? Or me, tag you in some dumb Oldsmobile shifter post, driver mod. Yeah, Schmitty Schmitz. What the fuck's wrong with you? But that's funny shit, though. Some guy on the Mustang page asked, what's needed to make 700 wheel horsepower NA super face pump? Dude, all the compression on the planet, cams, ported asshole, ported everything, stupid fuel, like ridiculous. I wish FTW still had the FTW purple drums laying around. I know there was some fuel controversy back in the day, and I get that, but I guarantee there's a 55-gallon drum or two laying around somewhere that has FTW purple. That stuff was deadly, stupid stuff. It was nuts. Once that went away, people started doing their proprietary blends that mimicked that, and that's fine, but you need to have the fuel system for that. You know what I mean? You can't just expect to run FTW fuel on LU47s, FTW purple, if let's say theoretically it's around. You can't expect to run FTW purple on LU47s. So they're like, what do I got to do? Well, you got to get, 1050s, thousands, and maybe a booster pump. And people go, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. I just want to put the fuel in my tank and have it go fucking eights. I'm like, That's not how it works, brother. Love you. Friends NA Motor blew a couple of days ago. Too much lunch sauce. Joseph Scalia stopped by, say hello. Don't get to watch as often as I'm in Texas, and we don't get off till 5 or 6 Eastern. Hope the mainline polls were clear for you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. God, I miss FTW Fuel, the best smell. Samuel Day, remember when you'd go to the track and the guys take off and you go, and it was the grapiest, beautiful, fruitiest smell on the planet, and the cars were absolutely hauling the mail. Absolutely hauling the mail. Bro, it's crazy times. Finally, diagnosed the car. Hopefully, sent the code to the watt pool. Hopefully, it checks out tomorrow for E85 Andres Martinez. Do you think all those blown GT350s could have been saved by E85 tune? Do you think that they blew up because fuel pump is crap and it's a high compression engine? Adrian, supposedly the GT350s had oil consumption issues. Jake from Power by the Hour had bought a bunch of leftover GT350 motors, Gen 2 motors, and Boss 302 motors. And most of the GT350 motors suffered from oil starvation or oil consumption issues. Oh, not oil starvation, oil consumption, where it actually just used up oil, whether it be the ringlands, whether it be, who the hell knows, where it was just a bunch of blow by, who knows, but they suffered a lot from oil consumption. So we don't know why the GT350 Voodoo motor isn't that stout. Like, it's not stout. Like, I think it's less stout than the Coyote. So if you were to put a 5.2 Voodoo with a Whipple 850 horse versus a Gen 2 850 horse, or even a Gen 3 850 horse, I put my money on the Gen 2 or the Gen 3 lasting a lot longer than the Voodoo engine, just based on harmonics, based on design, based on literally everything. Little late, but always here. Bendiciones. I'm hung so low. With the Whipple 2119 code, the gasket insert, does that happen off his? So, Carter's Gaming, if you have the gasket, so Whipple Gen 2 and Gen 3, the Gen 3, because that's 2119. Gen 2 and Gen 1 is 2112, the code that comes up when you have throttle body issues. If you get a Whipple supercharger with a 132mm throttle body, it's a really good idea to not use the gasket. The gasket slightly distorts the mounting surface, and if you are tightening one corner more than the other, that can cause internal bind in the blade. And what happens once everything gets hot, because the engine gets hot, the headers are hot, everything is hot, and the motor is hot, that slight binding that it was doing cold now becomes amplified, or actually multiplied. So then when it gets hotter, it starts to bind even more, and then it reaches a threshold where the throttle goes up. There's too much voltage trying to turn this motor, P2119, and throws a failsafe. So then you key on, key off, and it turns back on, resets everything, and the counter starts again. So the best thing to do is take the gasket off. Put Permatex or gasket maker lightly, obviously, on the mating surfaces, and snug it down like 10 foot-pound, like very snug, metal on metal with Permatex in between. And that's a way better way of taking care of the P2119 issue. I've done it. I've seen it a bazillion times. And every customer is like, God damn it, thanks. I thought my car was blowed up. I thought I had to return shit. I'm like, no. It's just the mating surface issue with the gasket. God damn, that sun is bright. E85 would have saved a bunch of Cobra engines if we had E85 back in the day. Were you guys doing Desert 1320 in the house? I do miss the smell of that FTW purple. Do you guys... So what were you guys doing back in the day with Cobra? Were you doing meth? Were you adding meth to the equation? How were you supplementing your octane with Cobras back in the day? Let's say you had a Kenny Bell supercharger on it, because that was very popular, or a TVS, or a Whipple 2329, whatever they used to have back in the day. And you wanted to make 700, 800 wheel, and you didn't have E85. What were you guys doing? Were you guys C16ing the fuckers? Were you guys C10? Were you guys using Q16? What were you using if E85 wasn't as readily as available as there was back in the day? I don't know, because that whole generation, I honestly skipped, not because it was bad. I couldn't swing a car back then. I was broke dick, like stupid broke dick. And I'll admit it. I was broke as hell during that era, and I just bypassed my shit. I didn't care. Once I started working at VMP, I started driving and tuning Cobras, and I'm really happy I bypassed that era. Gordon Camerling says, yo, Alex, I found my traction limit. 12 to 13 PSI seems to light the tires, even in 6 on some Mickey Thompson ET Street SSs. Thanks for the amazing tuning. Love this car. Gordon Camerling, you're welcome, brother. I appreciate you being a customer. Matt211 GT says, I built a new motor and almost everything is new. However, I reused my cam phasers. now that I'm going back to correct the timing, should I bite the bullet and buy new phasers? They have 106,000 miles on them. Absolutely, Matt 2011 GT. If you have every new component in the engine, but the most important one that controls the phasing of your camshafts, absolutely buy new phasers just cause. Someone said snow performance with meth injection. So you guys were using meth back in the Cobra days. Now, was it a big difference? Was it a really big difference? Did just because some were able to add knock sensors, some Cobra guys were able to add knock sensors to their cars, and I don't know how the logic works. I don't know if you were using the stock ECU, but some of you had knock sensors in the Cobra. Were you guys monitoring spark and knock with the meth injection? Let me know. Matt 12 GT skipped out on the same phasers. Mine have 120,000 miles on them. Will you recommend boosting a Gen 1 with 110,000 miles, billet oil, pump gears, timing chains, upgraded stock bottom end? No. Honestly, Bill Gates, number one, you're fucking loaded. You are rich as fuck. I can't believe you want to reuse a stock bottom end. I rather not, because Gen 1 had the most suspect rods around, especially 11 and 12. 13, 14, depending on the year of the 14, some of you guys got Gen 2 motors, you know, like legit Gen 2 heads at least. So some, like late 2014. So I wouldn't boost a Gen 1 over 100,000 miles, to be honest. I just wouldn't risk it, honestly. Someone said C12 VP for Cobra stuff back in the day, 93 in snow. Always use C16, says Kona. 1080 Allen, did you see Manuel win cash days in Houston? I saw that little baby was out there, but I don't know the story. I'd have to go on their channel. Did they post a video? If they posted a video, I'll go out there and check it out. I support my boy. George Tritara says, hey, Alex, I'm thinking of getting a 1314 SRT Viper. Ooh, you fucking bad. With a manual, which will be historic. Also, do you think in the future cars will will be seen as we think racers of now are? Okay. Do you think in the future cars like that will be seen as what we think of racers or now an enthusiast? No. Guys, you're crazy if you think a Viper is ever going to be looked at as a racer vehicle, okay? To me, a ZR1, a C6Z, a Viper, any generation. I mean, it's a Viper, okay? Cobra, AC Cobra, Factory 5 Cobra, Backdraft Cobra, those two passenger, ridiculous, stick shift, big motor, rear wheel drive cars will never be looked at as racer. It to me, it's like a genuine driver, like a genuine muscle car, genuine sports car that you can pretty much rag the fuck. I'm just muting everything because everyone's hitting me up at the same time. Because apparently at 5 o'clock everyone hits me up. I think it's going to become one of those cars that would be sought after, because that's like a quote unquote, I hate the word legendary, but it really is, right? Gen 5, any Viper, Gen 5 especially though. Ooh, TA, black TA, Gen 5. Oh, fuck me, stupid. ZR1, King Daddy, stick shift car. I mean, you can't look at those cars and say you're a racer, like ever. Cobras use an external device to monitor knock. Thank you, Twisted GT500. I'd like to know how that worked out, honestly. Nixon Darby says, hold up, you're telling me I might have a Gen 2 motor in my 14? Hey, Nick, when was it made? And let's look at the cylinder heads under your intake. And if they're very squared, they're Gen 2 heads. Oh, fuck me. This might be carpal tunnel. I might have the gayest condition, but I think it's carpal tunnel. I fucked up my wrist falling off a ladder like a year ago, and it's never been right since. So fuck it. No, I went with the AEM meth kit. That's what's recommended, says Jeremiah Camp. Got it. What's up with Manuel post on Instagram? He deleted. Yeah, again, I already talked about that. He and I, there was a slight miscommunication, real easy. And I hit him up directly. I said, hey, we're not eye to eye on this. And he's like, oh shit, my bad. And he's like, I just got up. So I'm like, there you go. But in that post, every motherfucker hated on me. And I'm like, good, because I screenshotted the fucking names. I go, you can suck my, and I didn't delete them from my shit. I want them to follow my shit. I want them to know that I know they're full of shit, because it was a complete miscommunication, and we hashed it out like men. I don't have to go in there and pop off, because there is nothing. I have his direct contact, hit him up, hashed it out like men. And he's like, all right, I'll delete it. I said, you don't have to, but he did. And that was nice of him. That was it. And I love how people went in there hating. Oh man, it was wonderful. I'm like, I know who the fuck you are. I know who the fuck you are. I Googled this and I came up with nothing. Do you know if I can use newer VCT solenoids on an 11? If I switch out the wiring harness connectors, they changed in 2012. You can use them. I don't think that, as long as they're Gen 1, right? As long as they're Gen 1. You have the old ones that were always an issue that Ford ended up doing what do they call it when they warranty something, but they trouble service, TSB. They did a TSB on it and they switched them over to the 13-14 style. Alex, you got to get those grip strength things to fix your wrist. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Just beat it with the other hand. I'm trying. I bought the Ford Performance ones and I had to buy the connectors to make them work, said back. So that's Andres Martinez says he bought the Ford Performance ones. Got the tuning tunnel from those CAI emails. Got it. Nope. Gen 5 ACR are going for over $250,000. Are you serious? Boy, I'm poor. I'm never going to be able to afford cool shit. I get it. I got 5 cars, whatever. But, you know, they're 5 regular cars, except the GT500 is the only one that I could say that's an outlier. That one's like, you know, the nice, quote unquote, highest end car I got. And I never fucking drive it. I never enjoy it. So it's like just rotting away. So not rotting away, it's in the garage. But once everything's fixed and I can go the number that I want to go, bye-bye. It's gone. I have no emotional feelings over that car. What's up, Alex? I have a 15 GT basic mods with a Lund tune, and I love, but the trans shift harder under normal driving. I've gotten used to it, but this won't cause any harm to the trans. Thanks. Riding on Chrome, no, but if you want us to soften up the shifts, email us, and we will send you a file that is called soft shifts. You know who likes soft shifts? English people. People from the other side of the pond do not like the fan on being constant, and they don't like firm shifts. They go, hello, can you lower the shift, please? Because my vagina, my T, I mean, they just complain about the dumbest shit. I'm like, this is an American car. So when you buy an American car, Mr. Europe, you understand that when you get tuned by an American, we assume you want to experience what Americans like. No, they go, oh, I want it to be more like an Aston Martin or more like my Jaguar or more like my, guess what? It's not that. But we can definitely soften up the shifts for you. Just hit us up, brother. We got you. As what do you think about the Neon SRT4? Stop it. What part is square? Can you show a photo of the heads? Alex Garcia, what part is square on the cylinder heads? Can you show the photo of the heads? So let me see. Gen 2 Mustang cylinder heads versus Gen 1. Hopefully there's a side-by-side comparison. Gen 2 cylinder head? Oh, boy. Let me see. Oh, my God. I'm actually going to click on Mustang 6G. Fuck my ass. Hopefully someone has a picture. Have a look here. Okay, someone linked something else. In case anyone was wondering, there's been change of 5.0 Coyote between 2011 and 2019. Oh my God, a technical manual. Can we just have a screenshot? Oh, this shit is AIDS as fuck. Hey, Wild Horse is in here. Wild Horse is in fucking 6G, you fucking punk rap fuck. I can't believe you're in there. Caught ya in that forum. But if you just Google images, Gen 2 cylinder head, you'll see how much more square they are, I think, in the intake area. Where the intake manifold bolts onto the cylinder head, you know, that oval gasket thing. Right there, it has more of a square look than Gen 1. Okay. Tea and Crumpets, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, oh, we got 129 likes. We're good, bro. We're good. This is the look again. If you guys haven't reached out, hit the like button. Again, it helps algorithmically. Comment, like, just all that bullshit. How long till the 2021 Mustangs F-150 have tunability? Are the 2020 and older ones still the ones to get? Homie, Caesar, if you want to go fast, today, 18 to 20 is the one to get. If you want to go fast today, 18 and 20 is the one to get. If you want to see how it all pans out, 21 is your Huckleberry, bro. Could a P162F timed out the starter be caused by the battery going bad or was it a little low? The starter and starting circuit is fine. Cleared the code. Never came back. Wild Horse. That happened to me when I was doing a compression check, and that was stupid, right? I was doing a compression check, and I did get that starter exceeded crank limit, you know? So I'm like, shit. So I left it cranking too long. So I'm sure it gets hot. It picks up that it's been cranking too long without an engine start, and it protects the starter by limiting the ability to start the car. That's usually caused by a couple of, why isn't your car able to start? Is it on E85 on a cold morning? Does it need more crank fuel to start over? There's a couple of things that can cause that to happen. Alex, when you are car shopping, where do you look? Facebook is garbage and Craigslist is useless. Overpriced. So Samuel Day, I'm really lucky. I have access to Lund Racing and every single one of Lund Racing's dealers. I have access to Jake at Power by the Hour. I'm lucky. So a lot of people come to me with cars that they want to sell. The GT500 was a perfect example. I was not even in the market. I could not afford that car. I could not afford that car at all. So I drove it in a track rental because the customer wasn't comfortable. He was like, I really want to see what it goes, but you've raced before, so can you do it? And I'm like, no, I really don't want to. I was resistant because I just didn't want to race anything. I just wanted to just hang out. But I said, when else am I ever going to get to race a car of this caliber, right? So strap in, go around the parking lot, get familiar with the trans brake shit. I do a foot brake launch and it breaks up like a motherfucker. Come back, change the plugs, launch it on the trans brake, launch it on foot brake, runs 860. Launch it on trans brake, runs 8.1. And I'm like, I gotta have it. it was that stupid. Tony in crate. Tony's in the crate. He's just crazy right now. Fed him, walked him. That made him crazy, I think. Can we get a freaking A? Do you mean a ho yeah? I'll get you a ho yeah. Where the hell is it? It's called Media Source 2.
How you doing? Can I get a ho yeah?
What? Mustang CG is legit info. Look, once in a while they have pictures and they can actually stumble across some truths. But by and large, that forum is just awful. And again, most forums are. I used to love SVT performance, right? SVT perform, but then it became pompous, right? I got the feeling of like being talked down to, and I didn't complain. I didn't go, this forum sucks. It needs to change to my. No, I just left. And did my own thing. That's all. Better platform to build a street bruiser. Coyote base or C6Z06? Coyote base. Oh, wait a minute. C6Z is nasty. NA 600 wheel. C6Z is hard to beat. NA 600 wheel is hard to beat. I'm getting my 21 manual GT tuned by Lund, E85 and PMAS. I'll let y'all know how it rolls. That's the Irishman. I hear they're fast as hell. I hear the 21 GT stock are fast as hell. I hear the 21 F-150s are fast as hell stock. So who knows how it'll do with the tune. Pacquiao isn't fighting anyone. I heard about that. I saw something on the forums that homeboy, it looks like it's all gonna fall apart. Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? So are you tuning around the number 7 cylinder? So Matt, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the white car's motor in it, and I'm just going to ride out until it doesn't anymore, because I suspect I've been down a cylinder for a very long time, and I was out there racing, doing dumb shit until the clutch started slipping. So now that I have an RXT here and Ben Calamer has a transmission coming, I'm like, if I blow the transmission, who cares, right? So I'm going to try to have Mikey, if he gets time, to put the RXT in the white car. If I get froggy, I'll install the red car's return style fuel system in the white car. The white car already has FIC 1440s, and the red car already has FIC 1000s. So I'll put a D-Torx 400 pump in that car and be done with it. If you're a Gen 1 SBO guy and just broke 100,000 miles, do you go for boost or cams, full bolt on? Some bolt on. If you're a Gen 1 some bolt on guy, I would do full bolt on. I'd do cams, Cobra Jet, E85, all the shit, LU47s or 1000s, and a boosted pump just to have headroom. I'm about to get a Lund tune on my stock Gen 3. How long does the process usually take? Rich 50, depending on your mods, it's a one and done deal. If you have a PMAS, PMAS pump gas tune, one and done. See you later. If you have a Flex E80, if you want Flex in E85 and a pump gas tune, we send you a pump gas tune to dial in. You data log it. It could take a day or two to get you the tune. It could take a day or two for you to data log it, and it could take another day or two to dial it in and give it to you. So give the process 3 to 5 business days. The process after you've received the tune, and if you give us logs back in a timely fashion, you should be able to get done pretty quickly. I'll tag you in Goat Rope Garage's live GM tuning sessions. Why do I? I don't think I want to do that. I'm about to get. I already got that. What do you think of the KC Killer Chiller systems for the GT500? I'm not familiar with them specifically, but I'm familiar with Killer Chillers in general. Killer Chillers use its own tank that is cooled by the AC, right? And you hit a valve or you switch a valve or something, because most tracks won't let you run the AC because it condensates onto the track. But supposedly some kits have a drip pan. But my issue with that is, what if you launch really hard with the drip pan? How does it keep the condensation away? Do they isolate the lines? Do they make sure the lines are completely sealed or insulated in such a way that no condensation gets on the track when the AC is running? And the most important thing is, when you go wide open throttle, guys, in modern cars, the AC shuts off because you can't have the clutch spinning at 8,000 RPMs. So the AC shuts off at what? That's not a bad thing. If you have the IATs in the fucking 60s, by the end of the track and they're in the 80s, that's fine on a hot day. But what if you have them at 80 on a 100-degree day, and at the end of the track they're 120? I don't know enough about them in a 11 to 1200 horsepower application to know whether it's something that I can recommend or not. It's pretty quick for stock against a few bolt-on 85s, 85 Tune Gen 1s, and donkey gapped them. We were all surprised. Nice. A month if your car doesn't want to work with you like me. Got it. Andres Martinez. Yeah, sometimes some people, look, when a guy sends me a tune request for a turbo system that isn't ideal, a fuel system that isn't ideal, injectors, we don't even touch them unless they're vetted, right? FIC, ID, D-Tworks. We're going to get to know each other. I'm going to get to know a lot about your life because we're going to be talking a lot. Da Silva Racing had a Whipple. By the third revision, we were done. Bye-bye. We don't even get to know them. Bye-bye. Revision 1, 2, 3, gone in about 3 days, 4 days. Bye. Have fun. So it all depends on what you get for parts, and if your car cooperates during that time. SVT Snake says SVTP is pompous. All those guys are stuck with slow old cars, still living in the past. 13 ProCal. What a name. Alex, Gen 1 with a TVS on 93 and boost the pumps. Should the boost be 10 max? Yeah, on pump gas. Again, I think the limit is going to be your octane pump gas. The octane limit on pump gas on most Coyotes is about 10 PSI. Good day, Alex says Mustang 10R80. Good day, sir. Isaiah Davila says he passed. Cool. Passed. Okay, he's laughing at SVT Snake. Got it. Intensity. Just got to try my 17 Auto GT with the PMAS, and it's bad weather, raining a lot, but it's awesome. Thanks, Alex. Waiting for boost. Gotcha. Love it. Mr. King says, not sure why you would race in this Florida weather. 100% humidity and 90 degrees. It's not that. Okay, so if I was in a league, okay, if I was like in a league where there'd be bracket racing or the D league, not D league, what do you call it? The B league, where it's like, like a class that runs consistently at Palm Beach International or Orlando or Bradenton. I race. I don't care about the weather, right? But I'm not a part of any of those. I'm not a part of any bracket racing class. I'm not a part of any class racing in general. I literally have a couple of test and tune cars and fast street cars. That I enjoy my cars on the street. The whole reason I have the cars registered is so that I can drive them on the street. The Fairmont, the white car, the red car, the GT500, and the truck. If I cannot drive a car on the street, I am not enjoying that vehicle. So if I just have to trailer shit all the time to the track, that is not a good look for me. That's why I like Usun's car. That guy drives to a race, runs, drives it home. That's legit street car. Every single time I see those no trailer cash days, that's so badass. Meaning you go to one spot, race one round, go to another spot, race another round, then go to another spot and race the finals and semis and all that stuff. It's so cool. So cool. Great Trollholio says, I got an 86 notch roller for sale located in Arizona. Fresh paint. No rust shaved bay. 6-point cage. Can have shipped anywhere. Low 48. Good price. PM me. Orale Holmes. 0 not O's. Great Trollholio. Hit me up. Great Trollholio. Hit me up. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. Hit me up. That sounds fucking good. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. Shit, we're at Gmail. I can't even spell .com. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. Because 86 is my favorite year. Is it a 4i? So email me there. Email me photos and what you're asking for it. I bracket race in South Florida. We don't race June through August. Sir David R. Exactly. You know how terrible it is to race inside a car that has no AC going in the staging lanes with your jacket, pants, gloves, and shoes and helmet on? Guys, it's oppressive. No, thank you. Got a job of dues. Excuse me, fellas. Be right back, says Nastang. Hillary Clinton, Teslas don't care about IATs. Can we get a heavy duty? I like it. Heavy duty.
Asshole. Oh, yeah. Hey, Wally. Heavy duty. Heavy duty.
Matt 2011 GT says, looked at a killer chiller, but went with the AFCO dual pass dual fans instead. IATs went from 30 over ambient to 10 degrees on 90 degree days. Recovery time is a lot quicker as well. Exactly. And there's less jumbled shit under the hood. The Rimac basically is the end all be all for cars. Tesla Roadster is still super viable at eighth of the price. Look, the Roadster, unfortunately, is going to be the poor man's Rimac, right? The Rimac has gone 850s, guys, today, now, right now. And if you're in that price range, right? Like let's say Jay Rubin makes mid six figures, $300,000 to $600,000 a year. He can afford a Rimac. Well, but bullshit, Alex. Oh yeah, you make $25,000 a year and you take out a loan for a $50,000 car. You make $50,000 a year. You buy a F-350 dually, and then you put everything on credit. So if you can swing your nuts, Rimac is the nut swinging car right now. And if you're waiting for the Roadster, you better hope it's quicker than an 850. Because if it's not, the Rimac guys are going to laugh at you. Because imagine you're at that level. Because rich guys do this, right? Don't rich guys do this? Oh, you didn't buy a Rimac? You're waiting for the Roadster? Are you poor? And I'm here going, oh, I know I'm poor. We don't have to have that conversation. Alex, if you were going to get a 350, what would you look for? Samuel Day. So if I was going to get a GT 350, it'd have to be an R. Because if I'm going to get that caliber of a vehicle, have it be the baddest motherfucker, right? And it would be black on black on black. 350R, black on black on black, low miles. And no modifications, not even a tune. I want a guy who bought it to just get ice cream in it, and he never road raced it, nothing. I want the just most unmolested 350R, because most guys that buy 350Rs do not race their cars. Jay Rubin says, Supercar hack financing, 120 months at 3%, dump it before depreciation. Exactly. You can afford it. People go to $1 million. Nobody pays $1 million cash for a car. Nobody pays $50,000 cash for a car. That's stupid to do so. You want to stay liquid, so you actually use your credit, dumbass. Hey, Alex, on a TVS powered 6R80 car, is a converter worth any gains? Yes. 60 foot, mostly. Chris Nazo. Stock converters are not really happy over 600 wheel. They tend to break. Not all of them. Some live a very long life, but once I get a 3C or a 4C in a TVS car, life is really good. Can I get a gold wrapped filter and an ABS tune? Where's Tony Pop? Was he acting a fool and got locked up? He was acting a fool and got locked up. He was so sweet all day, sleeping, being nice. The moment I fed him and walked him at 4:30, he has puppy attacks, loses his shit, and I just have to wait it out or take him out. What I do is I usually take him out to the park. He runs, then he's fucking done, then he sleeps. But today I couldn't take him out to the park. It was full of German Shepherds and Pit Bulls. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have him be food for these dogs. Musk has to have too much of an ego to let the Roadster be slower than the Rimac. Now there is a measuring stick. If the Roadster is not faster than the Rimac, it's a failure. Right? Not a failure in life. We would be like, this thing's an 8-second car, just unbelievable. But in EV land, where money is no object, end all be all is Rimac. General Coyote, we got that. Always been told house is 3 times your income and a car is a third of your annual income. A little conservative. Any Coyote owners that calls SVT cars old need to look in the mirror. Any Coyote owner that calls it SVT cars old needs to look in the mirror. EV makes current GM, Dodge, Ford sports car a dinosaur. Okay, got it. I don't know where he's going with that. Troy Johnson says, Tesla has a problem releasing the vehicles too slowly. They announced the Roadster years ago. Let's not forget the Cybertruck. Now we have the EV truck and cars coming out from other manufacturers sooner. They will lose. No, you got to understand. Do you have an iPhone? It's a cult, right? The iPhone is a great phone. It does a lot of things extremely well. iPhone users think you're a fucking psycho if you don't have one. You wouldn't catch me dead with one. Not only because I don't like it, because of the aura around an iPhone. That it's the best. So you got to have it. Part of a cult. Tesla has that. Tesla has a cult of people that go, Tesla's the best car ever made and anything. Rimac is for snooty people. We don't need all that speed, technology, and beautiful design. We like simplicity. Shit-ass cars that look the same. It's affordability. If you can't swing it, you can't swing it. Roadster is 3 motors and half the output of the Rimac's 4 motors. Oof, that's going to be tough. Are you going to use a 350R for what it was meant for, road courses? Anthony J, if I do get a 350R, yes. Because I'm starting to not like drag racing anymore. Like, not that I liked it to begin with. I liked drag racing, going to rentals and racing my friends and doing street stuff. Let's be honest, the street stuff to me is what gets me going. But like going to Mod Nats, no, that's what. So if you go to Mod Nats, right? And I'm a known guy. This is quotation, my air quotes. I sit there and I watch, let's say, John Sr.'s car take off, and I go like this. Some fuck is gonna take a picture of me, and then something that has nothing related to that expression, he's gonna say, "Oh yeah, when Lund Racing loses a race, when Lund Racing doesn't know how to hook," and I'm just like, everyone's a punk. Now, I would love for people to do that to me in person. Like, hey, I'm planning to post this picture of you in person. No, they wait till they go, Mod Nats is over, they go home, or they go back to the hotel, and they post shit, and I'm just like, everyone that drag races is a fucking punk. Like, a fucking punk. They don't come up to you, and if they have an issue with you, they tell you to your face, right? They hide behind the racing, right? They use racing as, oh yeah, you got a problem with me? Race me. I'm like, race you? I'm gonna fuck you up. Fuck racing. Who's talking about racing? So that's the issue with drag racing in general. Grudge racing, whether it's the Chevy, the Dodge crowd, they're all the same. So I'm just like, I gotta get out of this. I just want to race my friends and have a good time. It is not fun to go to an event and race and participate. It's an absolute fucking nightmare. Most iPhone owners can't even operate a computer. They only care about the camera. Would you mind touching on maybe why my car hasn't blown up at this point? I was fully expecting it to have proper build, but so stock OPGs too. If it ain't blown up, that means you did a good job at something, or you're a good driver and stay off the limiter. One of the two. Or it's a factory freak. You got the factory freak Gen 3 illuminator. I don't know. Apple iPhone is so backwards. All electronics are switching to USB-C. Apple that uses USB-C charging, but they slap their lightning connector on it, so it only uses for iPhone. Piece of shit. The 350 crowd, I bet, do a lot of road courses, autocross, or canyon trips. The 500 crowd are about clout chasers. You're not wrong. Wonder how crazy the Tesla Plaid camera videos are gonna be. Arnold said, screw your EV. Screw your freedom. What a guy. Alex, what's your opinion on the RTR Mustang? Is it a novelty? It is a novelty, but it's a good-looking car. It's a very good-looking car. Is it ready to rock? Like ready to rock? Oh, come on. Like the marketing is silly. But the RTR Mustang is a good-looking car. How can you say it's not a good-looking car? Okay, it's not that good-looking. In blue, it's cool. But this green blob bullshit, gotta go. That's badass. This is, I hope that's a rendering. Jeez. That's, oof. What is going on with why'd you paint that? What are you doing? Oh, my God. Yeah, I guess I'm old. I like plain. I like solid colors, non-fanboy shit. These are nice cars. How can you say these cars aren't nice, bro? Except this blob bullshit and this blot on the tire. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. I don't know who designed that shit. Maybe Ken Block went on and farted on a wheel to go, that looks cool. Call it RTR Ken Block wheels. You're speaking the truth. Most fun I've had with my car is on the street. Competitive drag racing takes the fun out of the hobby. Competitive drag racing has become a reality TV show. Understand that, guys. Competitive drag racing is Jerry Springer. Competitive drag racing is to beef with people. It is not anymore race what you got versus what I got. At the end of the track, you dap and you move on about your day. Nope. It's got the motherfucker. And then there's memes, SpongeBob memes. There's fucking Terminator memes. That it becomes everything. And then you're like, wait, he's coming after me personally. So then you got a problem? No, I'm just having fun. Oh, we good. We tight in person. Yeah, we got beef. No, we ain't got no beef. I'll just some internet bullshit. Internet bullshit. Oh, Twitter fingers. Oh, you got. Oh, okay. So what do? You just avoid them. Just avoid them. They're in a completely different zone. Racing, and I'm gonna sound old here. I'm gonna sound real old here. Racing in the 90s and the 2000s was fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. You could pull up to a spot, race a guy for pride, and then you come back and you talk and you hang out and then you go home. Now, you race a guy, you beat him, and it is memes on Instagram for 5 fucking years. They got Bobby Shmurda over the race beat, and they're like, yeah, gap this motherfucker, I'm a hot. I'm good. Y'all enjoy yourselves out there. I got a 2014 GT500. Should I get a revision for a 170 thermostat? Yes. Hit us up. We'll make sure that the fans are where they need to be, and then we'll see what it does. But the fans should be on sooner on GT500 files for sure. The green on the RTR is like the yellow bumper on the Dodges, 100%. F-150 Lightning solid EVs gives you the capability, functionality, and comfort current gen F-150, except better. Thomas Akumbe says, some of the more drama-filled Valley racing videos, I feel like I'm watching a reality TV show. Exactly. Yeah, I bet, because a couple of pulls and the trans is like hot. Got it. Alex, remember the red dot where the faster the black dot Fox body GT debate? Wait. Alex, remember the red dot were faster than the black dot Fox body GTs debate? Dude. Your live is playing through the Mustang speakers. Regards, #1 fan. Thank you, Tyler Javier 2010. You don't have a 2020 Mustang, do you? You bought the fucking... I hope you don't have a 2020 Mustang GT. I love you. Some of the more... I already got that. Amen says RL. Or II. RL. Mustang 87 says, in real racing, the hash colors on the wheels were the point out where the valve stem is for the tires. More obsolete nowadays, though. Hash marks on the fenders were to ID different cars on the same team. Yeah, but they're not racing. And if you can't find your valve stem and you got to like have it blot green on it to find it, I'm sorry. You should just quit cars. Hillary Clinton, when Joey Chestnut ate 76 hot dogs, I was so proud. Got it. The RTR got green stickers. It's just Kyle's stamp of approval. Got it. Silly, since the tire often spins on the wheel. Fucking, I love these guys. RTR moniker is for remote RC cars. By the way, did you see that racing channel put up a Plaid versus a fast electric RC car, and it was a really close race? Oh, that was cool. So go on TRC, go on their YouTube channel and look for a Plaid race and an electric truck, little tiny RC electric truck. That was real cool to watch. They're coming up with some pretty good content out lately, so I like it. We got that. This Alex, remember the got that stock motor Gen 2. Okay. ZLFC says, stock motor Gen 2 car on 3 twins with just injectors and a BAP on the 85, making 850 wheel through a stock 6R80 and 85. Okay. I know we're not tuning it because you said BAP and the 85. Good luck to you with that car. Hopefully your fuel trims are not spiking. Joining Super Late says Salim. Gotcha. Nixon Tarpey says, Alex, I think you, Ian, and I need to get some runs in Mexico. Got to make Ian sell that ZL1. Does he want to experience some Fairmont crime? Because I'm telling you, I'd love to race Ian Martha on a roll with the Fairmont. I'll even leave the stock pulley on top, 3.75. If you want to dig run, that's cool too. But on a roll, you're gonna go fuck. And Nick, yes, I want some of that car. I want to do some roll shit with that car. Get it on video. That'd be a fun time. Again, racing my friends. That's the only way I do it. I don't care. I don't care about racing anybody else. Honestly, it's just a shit show. You can't do anything in peace anymore. PJ Modified said, I got a UPR crankcase breather, and after like maybe 8 races, I still don't have any oil in my catch can. Does this mean that the crankcase breather is working or my catch can is not catching oil? Probably both. And did you hook it up right? Like, did you hook it up properly? Make sure there's a check valve inside of a lot of them, and if you don't have it right, you can have issues. Mr. Shelby says, channel support, listening while plowing my field on the John Deere Orderly Homes. Thank you, sir. Sound clips time. Let's get the sound clips out of the way. We got
Oh, this smells like jelly beans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this smells like jelly beans.
Yeah, we got Whipple.
I do it with everyone. Black and white
Oh, this smells like jelly beans.
and old, straight, and LGBTQ.
Yeah, give it at you. Yeah, real quick.
I got fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk. I can't hump. You know? All they send me back. I'm not good in it. I'm in a fucking wheelchair, Carlito.
Stupid.
You son of a bitch.
How you doing? Can I get a... Oh, yeah?
The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk.
No
That's
shit.
okay.
Hey,
No shit,
get the
guys.
fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
That's my favorite. The slurper one is just my favorite. That's a girl sucking a dildo through a grapefruit.
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
We got some heavy duty.
Asshole. Oh, yeah. Hey, Wally. Heavy duty. Heavy duty.
Check this out, fool. You're coming a little too high.
That one is gonna be forever my favorite, man.
Check this out, fool. You're coming a little too high.
June out there in the valley, good for with Valley Racing and over in the West Coast. Good shout out to them. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be on tomorrow, but Friday not. I will be on tomorrow, 5:00 p.m. YDBT Daily. Thank you for everyone that joined today. I appreciate any donations that were given to me because there are now all of them are paid chats except on Sunday where the peasant chat happens at 9:30 a.m. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another YDBT Daily. Enjoy your Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. Enjoy your Wednesday. See you guys.